I want you to imagine that it is your first time in a beautiful Vegas casino. You've just turned 21 with your friends, and you're like, it's time to blow some money. You walk into this beautiful lobby and are greeted with magnificent sculptures and paintings, and there are people coming in and out from their vacations, and they're looking very happy. Instantly, you get a whiff of cigarette smoke, but you're also catching whiffs of peppermint and citrus. The floor has a beautiful, colorful designs all over it, and there are lights everywhere coming from the slot machines. And it seems like a labyrinth that you cannot wait to explore. You also notice that there are drinks being served, but not a credit card in sight. And the thought comes into your mind, well, wow, I can play and get free drinks. This is truly the place to be. And next, you start hearing phrases like, luck is on your side, play smart, win big. The stakes are high, but the rewards are higher. Winning isn't everything, but it sure feels good. Now, after hearing those words, it feels like the possibilities are endless, and the idea of even having bit more money, um, seems somewhat more intoxicating. Now imagine that this is your 100th time gambling. You are making 50K a year. You are going into your 30s. You're going through a divorce, and you have somewhat indulgent drinking habits. And you walk into a place like this, and it just seems like this is a place where miracles are possible. You see the high rollers leaving with $500,000 in their pockets. You see an elderly couple who just won jackpot on the slot machines. You also see somebody who looks just like you carrying a stack of chips, probably equaling up to $1,000 plus. Now, despite being in debt and struggling to maintain healthy relationships, this beautiful casino is all you need and is a one-way stop into finding happiness. This is the problem that plagues our society. Wake up. Casinos thrive off of enabling gambling addicts. Approximately 3 to 4 million Americans have a gambling disorder. This is more than the number of women living in the US who have a history of breast cancer. And pretty much gambling is a drug-free addiction. Like drug addicts, they develop a tolerance and they also could develop withdrawals and have symptoms like panic attacks, anxiety, heart palpitations, migraines, insomnia, so on and so forth. In fact, 1 in 5 people with gambling problems attempt suicide. Now, this industry thrives on problem gamblers, and they're worth a lot of money. So, at least 9 independent studies demonstrate that problem gamblers generate anywhere from 30 to 60% of gambling revenue. And some of the ways that casinos lure these addicts is by using loyalty cards, by supplying ATMs, and sometimes these ATMs could be placed right next to you. You don't even have to get up. Um, Giving returners perks that include complimentary drinks, meals, flights, hotels, like stays, and sometimes even limo rides. And they also use something called virtual real marketing. And this is misleading technology that's usually on slot machines, and it'll make players think that they're almost about to hit jackpot. They also use other efficient machines that are very speedy, where individual hands or spins can be completed in just 3 to 4 seconds. A lot of people don't even realize that they're sitting there for hours and hours and hours. Um, and lastly, by using other psychological tricks. For example, sometimes they'll put an aroma in the air that keeps you stimulated and awake. They also organize the chairs ergonomically to where it's comfortable and you can sit for long periods of time. They also create this maze layout where there are no windows, there are no clocks, and a lot of the exits are hidden. Now, the massive casino industry, it proves to be the silent killer that milks the all money from vulnerable people. It also spurs addiction to those who least expect it. This is a wake-up call that things need to change, guys. This needs to change. If you know somebody who's struggling with gambling addiction, please help them get some sort of support. And also, I encourage you to advocate for some sort of legislative change, and beat around and help them, like, casinos stop beating around these loopholes, um, and really have some stronger regulations that could protect our vulnerable people in society. For more information, I would visit www.ncpgambling.org or www.addictioncenter.com. Now remember that the house always wins.